Hello and welcome to Miniature Addiction Club. My name's Lou and today I'm going to be starting not one, not two, but 3 brand new miniature projects. I have so many ideas floating around in my head that I couldn't just pick one, so I'm going to be starting them all at once. That way, if I get bored or stuck working on one of them, I can just switch things up and start working on the next. The first project that I'm going to be starting today is actually a bedroom from one of my favourite movies. I recently watched one of Whitney LaBrie's videos where she recreated the bedroom from the Poltergeist movie, and whilst I haven't seen the movie, I love how she went about recreating all of the tiny details from the movie set. I'm a self-confessed perfectionist and I couldn't wait to start my own movie set reproduction. I chose to recreate this room in miniature, which is Sarah's bedroom from The Labyrinth. I chose this room as it's from my all-time favourite movie, and I'm an 80s child, so it's full of nostalgic items and decor that I'm really excited about making in miniature. I'm really looking forward to making all of her toys and books, and there is some really interesting furniture to recreate as well. Now, I could easily talk about how much I love this movie all day, but I won't keep you waiting any longer, so let's jump right in and I'll show you how I started planning this project. First of all, I gathered as many images as I could find of the room itself from lots of different angles, which gave me a great starting point to figure out the rough layout of the room. My background in interior design really came in handy for this, as I was able to sketch out some wall elevations roughly to scale and see how everything would fit in. It also helped me work out some rough measurements for the furniture as well. There are limited views of this space available, and it was quite a task piecing it all together. Now, I haven't even made the structure of the room yet, but I got fixated on the wallpaper and had to recreate it. I tried to find something similar online, but I couldn't see anything remotely close to this pattern, so I designed my own using Photoshop. I came up with this design, which I'm pretty happy with, but now that I think about it, I'm pretty sure the yellow flowers are irises, not gladioli, and I made the poppies too large, but other than that, it's okay, and I'm not going to change it. And that's about as far as I got on that project. Now, the next project I'm working on is very different to my usual aesthetic. I was recently watching Adventure Time and I thought it would be really cool to recreate Jake's bed. Then I was like, wait a minute, it would be really cool to create the entire treehouse. Not only does the treehouse have a really cool, unique exterior, but the interior is full of fun, quirky little details as well. I think the biggest challenge here will be turning something that's 2D into something 3D and keeping the original cartoon quality. To start this project, I first made an armature of aluminium tubes and tinfoil. The cross beams are made from wooden dowels and are the main structure of the tree. It has to eventually hold up 3 levels, so I want it to be structurally stable. I have never done anything like this before, and I'm just making it up as I go along. Next, I covered the armature with some Sculpey clay, building up the tree trunk and roots. That is all I've done so far, and so far it looks like a weird flesh creature. But every project goes through a bit of an ugly phase. And the final project, for now, is this doll's house I recently purchased. I found this beauty at a local second-hand shop and knew immediately I had to buy it and turn it into a witch's cottage. While it didn't come with any furniture, there were still a few things left inside, including handmade curtains and a few pictures. The windows have plastic tape to them for the glass, but the tape has turned yellow with age. Upstairs there are more net curtains and some stickers. I felt bad removing these as someone obviously took a lot of time and effort to make all of this, so I think I'm going to keep all of the handmade items and try and repurpose them in the witch's cottage somehow. Next, I peeled off all of the plastic and removed a few more items from the exterior before giving it a good wipe down. My rough plan for this is to create a kitchen downstairs in this space and maybe put a fireplace against the back wall. And create an open plan living and dining room on this side. I might try and add in some stairs, as dollhouses really bug me if they don't have staircases. This is a quirk that has stuck with me from childhood. I guess I just want things to be as realistic as possible, but I might not be able to fit them in. Upstairs, I want to make the witch's bedroom on this side with her bed under the window, and over on this side create a little potion making area with some creepy attic stuff. I really hope you enjoyed watching this slightly disjointed video. Let me know in the comments below which project you're most excited about. I really can't wait to start working on some of the more exciting stages of these builds, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any updates. As always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. I recently watched one of Whitney LaBrie. I recently watched one of Whitney LaBrie. Why can't I say I recently watched one of Whitney. I recently watched one of Whitney LaBrie's videos where she recreate. I recently watched one of Whitney. I recently watched one of Whitney LaBrie. I recently watched one of Whitney LaBrie. I recently watched one of Whitney buttery flaky crust. I recently watched one of Whitney